Hey there, it's me, Isis, and I am back with the message of the day. The message of the day today is that I just want to be honest and real. And I know some people will relate, and I think it's the easiest thing to do and the hardest thing to do at the same time. But if I can grow through what I've been through, then I know that you can too. And knowing, you know, a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, you're so calm all the time. That's amazing how you're so calm. Like, it the calm that I have now is because of the storms that I went through before. So I think that's just how it came about. And definitely I still have storms sometimes. That's true. Everyone does. But the storm I want to talk about today is anxiety. And anxiety is something that has plagued me for many years. And at first I really couldn't put my finger on it while I was having all this anxiety. Why I was feeling this way, why it was hard for me to be around other people, so many things that just kind of isolated me and made me feel different and insecure and, just, I didn't want to go outside. I didn't want to be around people. I didn't want to do anything like that. And so with my anxiety, I stayed away from that. But at the same time, if people have no idea because at the same time, I was always outside. it's a very contraindicating kind of situation because I was definitely inside and having my anxiety attacks as well as having my anxiety attacks outside in public as I was doing all these things. So I was doing events, I was in a band, I was singing, I was meeting people, I was doing poetry, I was doing a lot of different things outside, but at the same time still having this anxiety. And I realized that the anxiety stemmed from several different places within me, and it was almost like I was trying to really fit in with other people, and me being a person who moved around a lot in my life, like I've lived in so many different places and as a young person, so that kind of shapes who you are as a person as well, because then you're like, you might be leaving soon, you can't really give your all because who knows when you're going to leave, and that kind of shapes how you maneuver in the outside world. You're that individual because you can be cool, you can have friends, but then guess what? Bye you guys, it's good to know, and then you're gone. And so that anxiety too was me trying to be able to fit in, me just trying to find a perfect place for me having imposter syndrome, raising my kids and wanting them to be okay. All these things added up to the anxiety that was just boiling on the inside of me. And a lot of times when I should have given my all and could have given my all, I really didn't because of the anxiety. And so just knowing that and how it pushed me to be better is how I got to where I am now and how I can speak with you now. And the anxiety that I had swirling around in me, it still tries to rear its ugly little head every once in a while, but I'm in control. Before, when I was trying to do all these things and doing all these things, the anxiety was in control. So people who knew me closely knew that I was having these bouts of insecurity and feeling like I wasn't worthy of doing the things and I wasn't valuable and I couldn't understand why I couldn't fit in and why everybody didn't like. It was just, the anxiety was just overwhelming to me at times. And also on top of that, raising kids and, having a job and then creating a business and, my family. So all those things just created this mountain of anxiety that just had me, I don't know, heavy. I'll say that. I wasn't as light as I could be, but I tried hard to be. So what I had to really do was understand how valuable I am. I had to really have a conversation with myself. I really had to have a conversation that says, hey, you are actually worthy of all the things that you think that you're not. Thinking and knowing are two different things. If I can look back and write down all the things that I've done, I will be very proud of myself. If somebody else could actually see the things that I've done, they would be like, wow, that's amazing. That's massive. How are you doing all that? Or something like that. If you took the time and made a list of all the things that you do or want to do or could do and shall do, that can make a difference for you. Just knowing it starts within yourself and not anybody else. That value, that love for yourself, that standing up for yourself, it starts within you. So as long as you first understand that and do the work that it actually takes to get to that value that you actually have in your heart, in your soul, in your body, then you would actually leave so many things behind. You would actually be able to embrace so many more things, including yourself, as well as knowing that any dream that you might have, you can accomplish, knowing that your kids are going to be okay because you're doing the best that you can, and they're going to understand that. You knowing that you're doing the best that you can at your job, and if you don't like the job, you don't out of there, because if they don't value you, if they only tolerate you, it's not the place for you. Okay, this is a different time period where we are not going to just tolerate ourselves anymore. We're going to know how much value we actually bring, and that's how we do better. That's how we do better. My cat is trying to jump over here, so please excuse me looking over there at him before he jumps on this thing. Anyway, so my job as a coach, as a life coach, as a speak life coach, as a mindset coach, is to just remind you of your value. Remind you how amazing that you are. It's not my job to, soup you up and those things are not true. And then you go away from me like, yeah, that sounds great. And then as soon as you walk away, you're like, that stuff's not true at all. My job is to remind you of the truth that you already carry. You already know how amazing that you are. And if you don't, I'm here to help you. I'm here to remind you, because it's inherent. It's in you. It's for you to actually do the things that you want to do. It's for you to walk in your greatness, because you deserve that. Okay, so mindset is everything. Starting with ourselves, how valuable we are on the inside, it starts within us. And we have to start with us. We have to start with our hearts. We have to start with forgiveness. We have to start with so many things that release that imposter syndrome, saying that we can't be this good, or we can't do that, or we can't do that, this or that, because, I'm not good enough. People are going to know that, oh my gosh, I'm not that great or whatever. The reality is everyone has flaws and everybody has greatness, and you can live in both. The flaws are the things that have actually taught you your strength. Okay, the times that you've fallen, just like a baby, when it learns how to walk initially, it's going to fall a couple times. It's going to fall, it's going to cry, it's going to sit there. But the one thing it's going to do is get back up and keep going. It doesn't think, well, I'm just not going to do this anymore. No, it keeps going. It keeps learning. It learns from its past mistakes, and it gets better until one day the baby is running, and the baby is you. You're never too old to do this. It's never too late. So never say that to yourself. It's never too late. It's never too late to release all the things that are weighing you down. It's never too late to realize how amazing that you actually are. It's not too late to realize that there are people who look up to you. They might not say anything, but there are people who look up to the things that you're doing. And you have to also be one of the people that looks up to my cat, that looks up to you too. So on that note, while my cat is getting into stuff and I'm hoping that he's going to jump over here on us, I just want to remind you how amazing that you are. Look at yourself in the mirror sometimes. Breathe. Look at yourself in the mirror and realize how amazing you are. We have to start with you. Realize that your heart is amazing. I know your heart and your soul have been through a lot, but that does not mean that you're not worthy of greatness. And I want to really help you get to the next level of that. You have to understand just how amazing you are, and that the gifts that you possess are something that the world needs right now, especially as the world is changing and moving and doing all these type of things. It's recalibrating. And what that actually means is that it's moving into a different rhythm. And that rhythm does no longer accepts you not accepting yourself. You have to go ahead and step up and be who you are. You have to be able to smile and cheer other people on while also cheering yourself on and knowing that you're worthy of that as well. So cheer yourself on, love yourself, heal your heart, forgive yourself and others. That is a major thing. Forgiveness lifts that weight off your shoulders, lifts that weight off your heart, so you can actually be freer. And so the energy coming in is actually different. It's lighter, okay? Because that energy is so heavy, and that's what weighs you down. That's what keeps you grounded in the wrong way. You don't want to be grounded like lead. You want to be grounded like a tree with roots that grow, okay? So be grounded. Trust your heart, heal your heart. And of course, we're going to talk more about ways to heal your heart in different videos. But I just want you to look in the mirror sometimes, breathe, and really look at yourself eye to eye and say to yourself how much you love yourself. Say to yourself that you're an amazing person. Say to yourself that you forgive yourself. And do this every day for a week straight. Every day for a week. When you wake up, look at yourself in the mirror and confess your love to yourself first and foremost. I love you through all your flaws. I love you through everything that you've been through. I love the strength that it's taken for you to be the person that you are standing right before me. I love you. I love you. I love you. But of course, you can use your own words there. Anything that's going to help you remind you how amazing you are. So open your heart to you. Be aware that you're amazing. Get out of the anxiety and the imposter syndrome and just be a great you. We need you. We deserve you. And you deserve you too. So until next time, I'm Isis with Genesis Holistic Life. And I'll talk to you later, okay?